Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is wonderful to have you here for another A1 English listening practice video. I am so happy that you choose to learn with me. Today, we are going to talk about a very common and very useful topic. A trip to the supermarket. We all need to buy food, so the words we learn today will help you in your everyday life. A supermarket is a large store that sells food and other things for the house. This lesson will be like a story. I will tell you about my trip to the supermarket, from the beginning to the end. I will speak very slowly and very clearly. I will use simple English words. You can listen and practice your understanding. Are you ready to come to the supermarket with me? Great! Let's begin. Part 1. Getting ready to go. My story starts in my kitchen. I open the refrigerator. I look inside. Oh no! The refrigerator is almost empty. There is no milk. There are no eggs. There are only 2 small apples. I look in the cupboard. The cupboard is also almost empty. There is no bread and no pasta. It is time to go shopping. The first thing I do is make a shopping list. A shopping list is very, very important. It helps me remember what I need to buy. If I do not make a list, I always forget something important. So, I take a piece of paper and a pen. I think, what do I need? I need milk for my coffee and cereal. I write milk on my list. I need bread for sandwiches. I write bread. I need eggs for breakfast. I write eggs. Then I think about fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are very healthy. I need to eat them every day. I like apples, so I write apples on my list. I also want some bananas. I write bananas. For vegetables, I need carrots for a salad. I write carrots. And I need some potatoes for dinner. I write potatoes on my list. What else? I want to make chicken for dinner this week. So I write chicken on my list. And I need some rice to eat with the chicken. I write rice. I look at my list. It has milk, bread, eggs, apples, bananas, carrots, potatoes, chicken, and rice. I think this is a good list. It has everything I need for the next few days. Now I am ready to go. I find my shopping bag. I like to use a reusable shopping bag. It is good for the environment. I take my wallet because I need money to pay for the food. I also take my keys and my phone. I put on my shoes and my jacket, and I open the door. I am ready to go to the supermarket. Part 2. The journey to the supermarket. The supermarket is not far from my house. I can walk there. I like walking. It is good exercise. The walk to the supermarket takes about 10 minutes. I leave my house and I start walking down the street. The weather is nice today. The sun is shining and there is a little wind. It is a good day for a walk. I see other people on the street. Some people are walking their dogs. Some people are going to work. I walk past a park. In the park, I see children playing. They are laughing and running. It makes me smile. I continue walking. I see a small coffee shop and a bookstore. I love to read, so I sometimes stop at the bookstore, but today I need to go to the supermarket. After a few more minutes, I see it. The big supermarket building. It has large glass doors and a big sign with the supermarket's name. I am here. I have arrived. Part 3. Inside the supermarket. I walk to the entrance. The big glass doors open automatically. Whoosh! It is magic. Inside, the supermarket is very bright and big. There are many people inside. They are all shopping for food. The first thing I need is something to put my food in. I have two choices, a shopping cart or a shopping basket. A shopping cart is big, with 4 wheels. You push it. It is for when you need to buy many things. A shopping basket is small. You carry it with your hands. It is for when you only need a few things. Today, I look at my list. I have many items on my list, so I need a shopping cart. I take a big shopping cart and I push it into the store. My shopping trip has officially begun. Part 4. The fruit and vegetable section. The first section in my supermarket is for fruits and vegetables. This is my favorite section. It is so colorful. I see red apples, green grapes, yellow lemons, and orange oranges. It is like a rainbow of food. I look at my shopping list. The first item is apples. I walk to the apples. There are many kinds. There are red apples and green apples. Today, I feel like red apples. They look very sweet and juicy. I pick 4 red apples and I put them carefully into a small bag. Then I put the bag in my shopping cart. Next on my list is bananas. I find the bananas. They are bright yellow. I take a bunch of 5 bananas and put them in my cart. Now for the vegetables. I need carrots. I find the big pile of orange carrots. I choose a few good ones and put them in another bag. Then into the cart they go. The last vegetable on my list is potatoes. The potatoes are in a big bin. They are brown and a little dirty. That is okay. I will wash them at home. I pick 5 medium-sized potatoes and put them in my cart. I look at my cart. It now has apples, bananas, carrots, and potatoes. It looks very healthy and colorful. I am happy. I push my cart to the next section. Part 5. The bakery and the bread aisle. As I walk, I start to smell something wonderful. It is the smell of fresh bread. I am near the bakery section. The bakery is where they make fresh bread, cakes, and cookies every day. The smell is so good, it makes me feel hungry. I look at the beautiful cakes and cookies behind the glass, but I must be strong. They are not on my list. My list says bread. I go to the bread aisle. An aisle is a long path between shelves in a store. In the bread aisle, there are many kinds of bread. There is white bread, brown bread, and bread with seeds. I usually buy brown bread. It is healthier. I find a loaf of brown bread. It feels soft. I put it in my cart. I am careful not to squash it. Bread is very delicate. Part 6. The dairy, eggs, and meat section. I push my cart to the back of the store. It feels colder here. This is the section with the refrigerators. This is where they keep the dairy, eggs, and meat. First, I look for milk. This is very important for my morning coffee. I open the glass door of the big refrigerator. A puff of cold air comes out. I find the milk. I take one big bottle of fresh milk and put it in my cart. Next, I need eggs. The eggs are near the milk. They come in a box called a carton. I open the carton to check the eggs. I make sure none of them are broken. They all look good. I close the carton carefully and place it in my cart. Now for the last item in this section, chicken. The chicken is in a separate cold section. I find the packages of fresh chicken. I need enough for one dinner. I find a good package, check the date to make sure it is fresh, and put it in my cart. My cart is getting full now. Part 7. The dry goods and drinks aisles. Now I go into the long aisles in the middle of the store. These aisles have dry goods. Dry goods are foods that do not need to be in a refrigerator, like pasta, rice, cereal, and snacks. I look at my list. I need rice. I walk down the aisle and look at the shelves. I see many bags of rice. There is white rice and brown rice. I choose a bag of white rice. It is good to eat with chicken. I put the bag of rice in my cart. My shopping list is now finished. I have everything I need. But maybe I want a small treat, a little something special. I walk down the snack aisle. I see chips, cookies, and chocolate. Chocolate sounds good. I will buy one small bar of chocolate. It is not on my list, but a small treat is okay sometimes. I put the chocolate in my cart. I am smiling. Now my shopping is really finished. I check my list one last time. Apples, check. Bananas, check. Carrots, check. Potatoes, check. Bread, check. Milk, check. Eggs, check. Chicken, check. Rice, check. Yes, I have everything. It is time to pay. Part 8. The checkout. I push my full shopping cart to the front of the store. This is where you pay for your food. This area is called the checkout. There are several lines or queues of people waiting to pay. I choose a line that looks short. I wait behind another person. While I wait, I start to take the food out of my cart. I place my items on the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt is a black belt that moves the food to the cashier. The person in front of me finishes paying. Now it is my turn. I say hello to the cashier. The cashier is the person who works at the checkout. They are very friendly. The cashier starts to scan my items. They pass each item over a scanner. The scanner makes a beep, beep, beep sound for each item. The price of each item appears on a small screen. After all my items are scanned, the cashier tells me the total price. That will be $25.50, she says. Now I need to pay. I can pay with cash, which is paper money and coins, or I can pay with the card, like a credit card or a debit card. Today, I will pay with my card. I put my card into the small machine. I enter my secret PIN number. The machine makes a noise and says, approved. My payment is complete. The cashier gives me a piece of paper. This is the receipt. The receipt shows all the items I bought and the price. I take my receipt. While I was paying, I put my reusable shopping bag on the counter. The cashier helps me put all my food into the bag. My bag is very full and heavy now. I say, "Thank you, have a nice day," to the cashier. She smiles and says, "You too." Part 9. Going home and unpacking. My shopping trip is over. I push my cart to the door, and then I leave it in the special area for carts. I pick up my heavy shopping bag. Wow, it is very heavy. I walk home. I walk more slowly now because the bag is heavy. I am careful. After 10 minutes, I am back at my house. I am happy to be home. I go into my kitchen and put the heavy bag on the table. It is time to unpack. Unpacking means taking everything out of the bag. I organize the food. First, I put the cold things away. The milk, the eggs, and the chicken go into the refrigerator. They need to stay cold. Next, I put the dry things away. The bread goes in the bread box. The rice goes in the cupboard. Then I put the fruits and vegetables away. I wash the apples and bananas and put them in a fruit bowl on the table. The carrots and potatoes go in a cool, dark place in the kitchen. Finally, only one thing is left in the bag: my small bar of chocolate. I will save that for later, after dinner. I look around my kitchen. The refrigerator is full. The cupboards are full. The fruit bowl is full. I have a lot of good food to eat for the week. My trip to the supermarket was a success. Conclusion. So, that was the story of my trip to the supermarket. We started with an empty fridge and an idea. We made a list. We walked to the store. We chose our food carefully, from the colorful vegetables to the fresh bread. We paid at the checkout, and we came home and put everything away. As you can see, a trip to the supermarket involves many small steps and many useful English words. Now I have a question for you. It is your turn to practice. What is one food you always buy at the supermarket? Please write your answer in the comments below. You can write a very simple sentence. For example, I always buy cheese, or I always buy strawberries. I would be very happy to read about the food you like. Thank you so much for listening and for practicing your English today. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up. And please subscribe to the channel for more A1 English listening lessons. I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.